Hi, my name is Jane, and today we'll be looking at the third part of developing a data visualization style guide, specifically looking at case studies, understanding how certain brands have created their own style guide and how they approached it. The first brand we'll be looking at is Shopify, and the second one is Adobe. So Shopify, the way that they've approached their style guide is they start off very, very generic. So here, they have a web interface for their design guide, and embedded in it there's a section just for data visualization, and it's very, very comprehensive. It covers many different topics. So here we see that they start off saying how to approach creating these data visualizations by understanding, by having a question in mind. So these are very high level guidelines. They then outline these 5 core traits, still very high level guidelines on how to create these visualizations. And then they start getting very granular, so they start getting very specific. So they approach it with a do and don't, which is a very common way of showing the style guide itself. I've seen it across many other ones. And here they look at how to create the axes. This gets very, very specific. For example, for color, they show how to apply it for bar charts. For Adobe, it's a little bit different. What they've done is they've also started very general. They also have a web interface guide, and they talk about very generic applications of data, and they just look at color, so they don't look at other aspects of data visualization. And so here what they've done is define some key terms used in used for, I guess, when you're working with data. So there's types of data. They also look at defining mean, median, mode. Those are for people who don't have any familiarity working with data in general. So they provide a very short introduction, and they look very, very specific at color applications. This is just pulling from the site, but they look at when's a good way to apply. So they have this sort of do and don't approach as well, right? With a check mark and the X's, and showing you which is correct way of applying the color, which is not, based on the data type. And so what I've noticed as I've gone through these style guides is, as you progress through the style guide, you'll notice that the topic gets more and more narrow. So it starts off very generic. It might have some guiding principles on how to approach data. It might also define some data terms, like in the one for Adobe, they had a glossary of terms. And what will end up happening is they'll get very specific for specific charts. So, how would you show, how would you design a bar chart? How would you design a pie chart, scatter plot? They get very specific in terms of how those are created. So that's it for this part. In the next part, I'm going to take all the things I've learned and create a visualization style guide for Slack. And I'm going to try to integrate it with their existing guideline. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next part.